Our story begins over 4.5 billion years ago, in the vast expanse of the early solar system. Imagine a young Earth, still forming, a chaotic mass of cosmic dust and gas, gradually coalescing under the force of gravity. Molten rock churns across its surface, a fiery landscape of intense heat and energy, constantly reshaping itself. Volcanoes erupt with ferocity, spewing ash and gas into the primordial atmosphere, creating a thick, hazy shroud around the planet. This early atmosphere was very different from what we breathe today. It was a dense, toxic mix, devoid of the life-sustaining oxygen we now take for granted. It was a toxic mix of methane, ammonia, and other gases. There was no oxygen, making it inhospitable for the kind of life we are familiar with. Over millions of years, Earth began to cool. The relentless bombardment of meteors slowed, and the surface started to solidify. Water vapor condensed, forming vast oceans. These bodies of water would play a crucial role in the development of life. These early oceans were the cradle of life, a chemical soup where the incredible journey of evolution would begin. Within these waters, the first simple organisms emerged, setting the stage for the complex web of life that would eventually cover the planet. Single-celled organisms, the ancestors of all life on Earth, began to thrive in this primordial soup. They harnessed the energy from their environment, slowly evolving and diversifying. Over billions of years, these simple life forms would evolve into more complex organisms, leading to the rich diversity of life we see today. The dawn of our planet was just the beginning of an epic tale of survival, adaptation, and transformation. In this primordial soup, something miraculous occurred. Billions of years ago, Earth was a vastly different place. The atmosphere was thick with gases like methane, ammonia, and hydrogen. The surface was bombarded by intense lightning storms and ultraviolet radiation from the sun. It was in this chaotic environment that the first steps towards life began. The building blocks of life, simple organic molecules, began to assemble. These molecules, such as amino acids and nucleotides, are the fundamental components of proteins and DNA. They didn't just appear out of nowhere. They were formed through a series of complex chemical reactions driven by the energy from the environment. These molecules, like amino acids and nucleotides, are the essential components of proteins and DNA. Proteins are the workhorses of the cell, performing a vast array of functions, while DNA carries the genetic blueprint for life. The formation of these molecules was a crucial step in the journey from chemistry to biology. How did this happen? Scientists believe that energy from lightning strikes or deep-sea hydrothermal vents could have sparked these early chemical reactions. Lightning provided the energy needed to break and form chemical bonds, while hydrothermal vents offered a rich source of minerals and a stable environment for reactions to occur. Over time, these molecules combined into larger, more complex structures. This process, known as polymerization, allowed simple molecules to link together, forming long chains and complex networks. These larger structures had new properties and capabilities, setting the stage for the emergence of life. Eventually, the first self-replicating molecules emerged, molecules that could make copies of themselves. This was a critical development because it meant that these molecules could pass on their information to future generations, a fundamental characteristic of life. This was a pivotal moment. Life, in its simplest form, had begun. These early life forms were incredibly simple, consisting of just a few molecules enclosed in a membrane. Yet, they had the ability to grow, reproduce, and evolve, setting the stage for the incredible diversity of life we see on Earth today. The first life forms were single-celled organisms, similar to bacteria. These early pioneers thrived in the harsh conditions of early Earth. They were incredibly successful, spreading throughout the oceans. A major turning point came with the evolution of photosynthesis. This remarkable process allowed organisms to harness sunlight to create energy. A byproduct of photosynthesis is oxygen. As these early organisms released oxygen into the atmosphere, they transformed the planet, paving the way for new life forms to evolve. The Cambrian explosion. Around 540 million years ago, something extraordinary happened. In a relatively short period of time, there was an explosion of life forms. This period, known as the Cambrian explosion, saw the emergence of most of the major animal groups we know today. Creatures with shells, skeletons, and complex body plans evolved. The oceans became a kaleidoscope of new life, a testament to the power of evolution to create diversity. For billions of years, life had flourished in the oceans, but the land remained barren and lifeless. Then, about 500 million years ago, life began to colonize the land. Plants were among the first pioneers. They evolved ways to survive out of water, developing roots to anchor themselves and absorb nutrients. Soon, fungi and animals followed, taking advantage of this new terrestrial world. The land was transformed, turning green with life. The Age of Dinosaurs. For over 180 million years, these magnificent creatures dominated the planet. Dinosaurs evolved into a breathtaking array of shapes and sizes. Some were gigantic herbivores, others fearsome predators. But even giants can fall. Around 66 million years ago, a catastrophic event, perhaps an asteroid impact, wiped out the dinosaurs. This extinction event cleared the way for the rise of mammals, who would inherit the Earth. Human evolution. The journey of human evolution is a tale of survival, adaptation, and incredible transformation. It is a story that spans millions of years, tracing the path from our earliest ancestors to the modern humans we are today. Among the mammals, a remarkable lineage emerged, our own. This lineage, through countless generations, adapted to changing environments and developed unique traits that set us apart from other species. Millions of years ago, our primate ancestors swung from trees in ancient forests. These early primates were adept climbers, using their limbs to navigate the dense canopies. Their arboreal lifestyle provided safety from predators and access to abundant food sources. Over time, some of these primates descended from the trees, adapting to life on the ground. This transition marked a significant shift in their evolution as they began to explore new habitats and develop new survival strategies. These early hominids walked upright, freeing their hands to use tools. Bipedalism allowed them to cover greater distances and see over tall grasses, giving them an advantage in both hunting and gathering. Their brains grew larger, and they developed complex language and culture. This cognitive leap enabled them to communicate, share knowledge, and build social structures, laying the foundation for human societies. This was the dawn of humanity. Early humans formed communities, created art, and began to understand their place in the world. They developed tools and technologies that would shape their future and ours. We are the inheritors of an epic journey, a story written in the very fabric of life itself. From the first steps of our ancestors to the complex societies we live in today, human evolution is a testament to our resilience, creativity, and unending quest for knowledge. Nature is ultimate.